As a viewer of anime dubbed by Funimation, I've always had a lot of respect for this company and their amazing job they've always done in their English dubbing. Before Funimation, English dubbed anime had a pretty bad rap, with people choosing to watch the Japanese version just to avoid the censored and overly Americanized dubs that were out at the time. Fortunately, Funimation became one of the best dub studios in the world, giving fans high-quality English dubs that stayed true to what the producers back in Japan intended for their creation. But sadly, that's about as much praise I can give to Funimation here, as ever since they started getting real active on social media, more specifically Twitter, then that's when Funimation began to ignore their primary consumer base and forget what they were. Basically, at that point, Funimation didn't see themselves as a dub studio anymore, but instead started acting as a Japanese anime online media portal, talking about things that only Japanese viewers would know and ostracize their dub fanbase. It even got to a point where Funimation would then start openly talking about spoilers for shows like Dragon Ball Super, which back in Japan was several seasons ahead of the dub. And this is where I first got burned as a Funimation fan. I remember back early last year, we were only just introduced to Goku Black in the Future Trunks saga, while at that time the entire series in Japan was ending. And from out of nowhere, we got spoilery tweets from Funimation like this. Missing, have you seen this man? Lord Frieza was last seen in episode 127 napping behind some rocks at the Tournament of Power. And randomly seeing this on Twitter, all that I can get from this was, okay, there's going to be a big tournament called the Tournament of Power, and apparently Frieza gets eliminated or something by episode 127. Okay, great. Thanks Funimation for the random unsolicited spoiler. You do realize your dub fans have no idea what you're talking about, right? And well, it didn't end there, because Funimation also tweeted out about episode 128, which apparently has Vegeta fighting against some guy named Jiren. To be fair, we don't see any image of what this Jiren guy looks like, so normally this tweet wouldn't be that bad. But for whatever reason, Funimation decided to attach a GIF of Goku in Ultra Instinct form. Today I know what this form is, because the dub has got to the point where Goku first unlocked it. But back then, I had no idea what the heck was going on. So Goku gets to achieve yet another new powerful and mysterious form? Oh, okay, great Funimation, thanks again for the random unsolicited spoiler. Regardless, it didn't take long for Funimation to spill the beans yet again. This time actually saying the name of Ultra Instinct in the tweet, and get this, actually showing a full video clip of their final fight, which not only shows the state of the arena, but all the warriors who get eliminated. Basically as spoilery as you can get, and Funimation did not give a single damn about it. And to be fair, after all of that, I thought it was the end of it, as thanks to Funimation, I already had majority of Dragon Ball Super spoiled for me. Granted, the ending of the series was always something obvious because of the ending in Dragon Ball Z where we know everyone survives. But the whole journey getting there, the tournament, the new forms, who gets eliminated and who doesn't, that was something I would have liked to see on my own without getting spoiled by some internet Funimation. Then we have Attack on Titan, which, unlike Dragon Ball, we have no idea what happens next, because this anime isn't a prequel in the same vein that Dragon Ball Super was. Thankfully, the dub wasn't as far behind from the Japanese version, and I was enjoying myself being relatively spoiler-free with it. Which, after Dragon Ball Super, I kinda found it almost weird. Maybe the intern at Funimation who kept spoiling Dragon Ball Super for all the dub viewers got fired or something, who knows. But I guess I spoke too soon, because then we got this gem of absolute obtuseness, which basically spoils the ending of Season 3 for Attack on Titan. For anyone who doesn't watch the anime, they may not understand what's wrong with this image. But basically, the whole aim of the characters in Attack on Titan since Season 1 is to try and escape the giant wall they're behind and see the ocean. In the dub at the time, we don't know if this will ever happen or not, maybe Season 4, who knows. But Funimation just said, screw it, Japanese viewers are more important, and here's another unsolicited spoiler for our dub fanbase. You're welcome. Yet, which is very strange, for some other obscure or less mainstream anime, Funimation will actually have the decency to put a spoiler alert tag in a tweet. Which, when you think about it, simply defies all their logic to this point on. So basically, it's okay to spoil mainstream anime left and right, but not okay to do it with the less watched anime shows? Yeah, talk about tweeting with half a brain there. Whoever's running the Funimation social media must be some ignorant weeb who thinks that all dub viewers are watching the Japanese version just because they are, which couldn't be farther from the truth. The reason people even follow Funimation is because they love their dubbed anime, and many of us are dub-only viewers. If I cared about the Japanese versions, then I would be following the countless of other Twitter accounts covering that. Just think about it, why would anyone go to an English dub studio for the current ongoings of the Japanese version of an anime? Especially when you have so much other places that, oh, I don't know, actually specialize in that sort of thing and do it better. But no, what Funimation doesn't understand or get is that people don't go to them for the Japanese versions of anime. They go to them for the dub, the very well-made dub. It was always the last place we ever expected to see spoilers from the Japanese version, and those days were great. But it's obvious now that Funimation we all knew and loved is gone, and this new hip with the Japanese crowd Funimation is here to stay. Hard to say the same about their dub followers on Twitter though.